Hello, everyone. We have Danielius from BitDegree today here with us. BitDegree are our partners from almost day one, and I would like Danielius to introduce BitDegree. Tell us more about your platform.
Okay, so very nice to be here. I'm happy that we are doing this live. We met more than a year ago, and it is important for projects like ours to collaborate, and because we are close.
Yeah.
Very close. So BitDegree is an online education platform with token incentives. So we are using the token mechanism to reward people for learning, or to incentivize people to learn the skills that deemed to be important in the marketplace by some employers. So, for example, a large corporate might sponsor certain courses that benefit them in terms of maybe teaching about their product or creating skill talent that they need to hire. So BitDegree will enable multiple such transactions between educators, learners, and corporates, employers, donors to interact through token with each other and incentivize each other to learn or perform some functions in the learning process.
You mentioned BitDegree will, but I know you already are doing some services and the platform is working. So what is the services you're providing now, and what stage you are in terms of development?
So we have had our ICO in December last year, so we finished very close to the New Year's last year. At the end of Q1, we have launched the platform with over 100 courses. And the figures to date, I think, are that we have something around 70,000 students already learning on BitDegree platform.
17 or 70?
70.
70. Okay,
70.
that's a massive number.
Yes, we needed to amass some users to test the functions that we have. So I think we have close to 200 courses, and actually a few months ago we started working actively with potential teachers that could host their content on BitDegree platform instead of hosting it on other platforms. And to date we have 40 plus teachers that have submitted 50 plus courses that we already have on the platform, and we have more than 100 pending courses by those teachers. We have to evaluate them to check whether the quality is there, give some guidelines, and then post it on our platform. So we got some testing user base of 70,000 users that
That's a decent number to
that's
test, right?
Yes. So now we can attract teachers because they're already motivated to provide the courses to this user base, and then we can grow them simultaneously.
Okay.
And because our goal is that teachers would earn, and at the same time the students would get quality courses, and they would either pay for it or get paid to learn those courses. So there's another side that personally I'm working on, talking to corporates or organizations that would sponsor courses, maybe some of the courses that those teachers are putting there, so that students would actually be incentivized to learn,
and then maybe possibly even get a job at the company.
Yes,
if they do well.
That's the goal. If you know that for a junior level position you need certain skill, so just maybe pay $5 or $50 per qualified lead instead of paying a recruiter thousands of dollars for a candidate. So
which you will probably need to teach anyways later.
Yes.
At some point.
Yes. So we are trying to externalize some of the cost. We have a different pipeline of candidates, and actually the companies that are spending money not on recruiters or on ads trying to advertise the job positions on our platform, if they sponsor a course, there's a positive externality. Quite potentially they are getting the candidate that they're looking for the same amount of money or lower, but at the same time they have tons of other candidates educated with the skill that some other companies can use. So there's corporate social responsibility in
win-win situation. And it's interesting because at first it seems like you're tackling like educational problems, and then like it appears that you're actually tackling also HR problems, like with your platform, and it helps.
Yeah, so
companies.
maybe a short comment here is that the most important thing that BitDegree is solving is it is aligning incentives of those employers, educators, and learners at an individual contract level. That's why we need blockchain. And then those individual smart contracts between these parties can build up to, let's say, learning paths or even new education structures that are not possible today with our current top-down education system. And in order to achieve this goal, we have to build BitDegree platform to host content there, to have students there, and then we can test all those blockchain functionalities on the existing platform.
Okay. So, at what stage in terms of development, platform development, you are now from technological part?
So I would say that we are now ready to at least resemble some of the other online learning giants, so that the instructors can post their courses on the BitDegree platform and the students can purchase those courses. So the learning can happen.
Okay.
And once we really aced these functionalities, we can go and slowly introduce blockchain components. And one of the first of such blockchain use cases will be employers sponsoring some courses for students and incentivizing with tokens students to learn those courses.
Okay.
So this shouldn't take long. We expect some of the pilots to take place this year, and then who knows? We'll see what next we have to achieve.
Very interesting. From your point of view, I believe you have huge amount of data now to analyze because you have such a big audience and big user base. What do you think is the most popular, or maybe there are several subjects that students are willing to learn, or companies are willing to teach? What are these for the audience to know maybe where they should look, in which direction, basically?
So we are focusing on digital skills, and one of the digital skills, of course, is finance and crypto.
Yeah.
Because our initial community comes from the BitDegree contributors, from our ICO. So we have a large section devoted to crypto. We have created some of the best tutorials about crypto, and the crypto community really likes them. We also have a few courses about crypto, but we are open to anyone who would publish more such courses, more in-depth courses. And that's why we started also talking with you, because ORCA wants to also educate community about crypto and personal finance. That's how we started talking last December.
Yeah, basically for those who don't know, when we signed partnership agreement with BitDegree, we agreed that ORCA will produce learning material, basically video courses about personal finance management and how to manage your fiat and crypto more efficiently, or just simply efficiently if you don't manage them currently. Because what we've learned from our audience and from our community, actually people struggle with managing their own finances. They just feel like either they don't know how to do it or they don't have time for that, and they are doing it based on their intuition, basically, not based on real data. And with crypto, it becomes even harder because you don't know how much money you have at a certain moment of time, because you cannot check. You need to go everywhere into all your exchanges, type in your passwords, check your balance, then go to the bank, check your fiat balance, and then oops, something went down or up, and all of a sudden you need to go and do that again because you don't know how much money you have. So this is something we see as a problem, and knowing how much money you have, how to save them, how to earn them, how to manage them, I think it's key, because it's one of our main resources as a human beings. So Danielius, can you tell me more? You're running a startup. I know it's from my personal experience, it's a tough work to do.
It is.
To run a startup. Tell me how many people you have now in your team?
We have, I think, around 26 people in the office. Our office is in Kaunas, Lithuania, So we are in your office in Vilnius, Lithuania, so
Yeah.
this 100-kilometer
It's
distance.
basically the same neighborhood almost.
Yes.
Yeah, different cities.
Yeah, I think the team is great, and the people are professionals in the fields, and we have gone through a period of really bonding together, really understanding how to work together, and now we are achieving results faster and faster.
Okay, so for you as a leader of blockchain startup, is there a difference? Because I know you've been involved in several other companies before, and also in startup world. Is there a difference in the dynamics of blockchain startup and not blockchain startup? There should be, I believe.
Yeah, yes. So I'm the business development guy at BitDegree. So I'm not the CEO. The CEO, as it is really smart to do in this stage, is the technical guy, Andrews, and he really knows how to build things. So he runs really day-to-day operations and makes sure that the product is being delivered. And I have a luxury of really thinking about B2B use cases and similar things. But in my previous life, I have worked with 300 plus startups in some capacity, and I have observed how startups are being built. So one of the most considerable differences is what we are having right now here is like communication with your community, because blockchain startup has a community from day one, and this is what blockchain startups seek, to have those network effects of people that are early on, want to contribute, want to use the service. And if you compare it to traditional startups, they can achieve those network effects only much later. First they lock themselves in the basement and build the thing, and then come out with the solution and try to get the user base. Here we have the user base from day one, and we are accountable to communicate what is happening. And this is a totally new skill. If you go to the traditional VCs, early stage VCs, they don't even understand those skills that well. So
and you would be accountable for the basically VC board member probably, which is sitting on your board and checking your balances and roadmaps and progress. And here you have hundreds and thousands of people basically checking on you, like and cheering for you also, and being upset about you if you're doing something wrong. So it's a huge responsibility. But yeah, it's definitely the biggest probably difference. I also think so. And greetings to both our communities for being out there. We really value that. So, in terms of roadmap, what is the next stage? Like you mentioned blockchain, you will be implementing it bit by bit. Is there something else we should know about what is coming up next?
So I think it's important to say that we have implemented the token payments, and we have implemented the crypto payments. So we are the first online education platform that accept those. So this is the first differentiating factor, that you can pay with crypto for your courses, for your education. And we also introduced some other payment mechanisms like PayPal, etc., just to understand the dynamics, how it is easy to use crypto and not crypto. And we see that once people use the crypto payment, then it's easy for them.
Okay.
But for the first time users who never had crypto, it is really difficult to do this first step. So we hope that you guys will resolve a lot of
that's something we're working on, mass adoption. But speaking about mass adoption, actually, and in general state of crypto, it's a topic everybody is now very very aware of. What is happening to crypto. Is it a bubble? Will it burst? Probably already everybody like figure out it's not maybe a bubble, but it's a market, volatile market. And the market has problems, technology has challenges, let's say. And how do you see it from your perspective? Because probably as me, you also deal with the market conditions, you deal with some reality basically of blockchain startup. Where do you feel that we have the biggest challenges in terms of, you know, the main ones are obviously like regulation, mass adoption, etc. So what do you think are the main challenges for the market so we could see, you know, crypto evolve?
I think that the main challenge is still behavioral. You know, the problem is with people, to be honest. We saw a lot of hype since early last year, and then it just faded away with some market downturn. And I'm very sorry about that. You know, market downturns happen, but they
Everywhere actually.
Yeah,
Not only in crypto. It's important to mention.
yes, yes, and so Facebook shares are falling as well. You know,
Tesla, yeah, we see that today.
So what is important to me is that people really come to this crypto space not for, you know, for the hype, short-term speculation, but actually for the technology and its potential, you know, disruption potential. And for that, it is very important that people learn in depth what is crypto, how to use it, why it is different. You know, so my opinion about crypto hasn't changed, you know, since it was, you know, being hyped, or it's not hyped at all right now or falling. You know, it's still the same thing. I still believe in the same technology and its potential to do a lot of good. And if you will take like 10 years perspective, you know, it will be there and it will probably dominate the entire place. So, you know, I just wish that those people that, you know, got scared away by the market downturn would now spend the time, instead of, you know, researching new coins and tokens, actually trying to understand the technology and educating themselves, or actually looking for use cases of crypto in the daily life, like, you know, paying for your coffee, your courses, or I don't know, for financial transactions with crypto.
Yeah, we need more people who would believe actually in technology. That's a good point, because it started like a movement, like an answer to an existing system, and then it evolved into something else, like hype speculative market, which we had last year, which is falling now. And but we still, I believe, also we need this, you know, rebel spirit to come back, and everybody to actually dig deeper and understand what is crypto, and what is the basically the answer to an existing system that crypto provides. So yeah, on that note, I would like to thank Danielius for coming to our office, visiting us here in Vilnius. He came all the way from Kaunas, which is 40-minute drive probably right now, right? And I hope we'll see you more and more. From what I've heard, I actually I would even probably study some courses. I will definitely check out the courses you have, because learning something new is very important for being on top of the information, of the wave of information that we have currently, and the amount. So go to BitDegree, check the courses, learn something new. This is very important for yourself also, and maybe Danielius has something also to add.
Yeah, and I think we all need to expect a course from your side.
Yes,
you know,
that's a promise. That's a commitment right there. You got me.
And then we will have all of our communities checking it out. And I'm really big supporter of your project. I understand something about banking, and I think that your project has the potential to be the better interface for finances and crypto for people, instead of existing banks that are, let's say, in a different age, yeah, or not that forward looking. And if you can have some intermediary on top of that that accumulates your accounts and can do all the payments from banks or exchanges or your wallets, I think this is amazing. I'd love to have
Thank
such
you.
service.
Appreciate that. So guys, stay tuned. We'll bring you more exciting guests and information in the upcoming live sessions. Danielius, thanks again for coming to our office. Pleasure.
Thank you. Bye bye.